press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello students, how are you all? Hope all are fine and safe in your home. In today's class, we are going to learn the continued part of your lesson, that is Alice in Wonderland. What is the name of your lesson? That is Alice in Wonderland. In the last class, we have learned about the half story of this lesson. Okay, I will recall it again. In that story, we have studied that Alice is a girl who is lying under a tree by hearing a story by her sister. Because sister is reading that story. In that time, a rabbit passes by her. So she opened her eyes and look at that rabbit. Okay, the rabbit is very talkative. It can talk with itself, and also it wears a red waistcoat and a blue coat. And also it is talking like, yes, I am getting too late, I want to go. I have to go there as much as possible. Like this, the rabbit is talking to itself. So by hearing this, the Alice gets surprised because that rabbit also wears watch. It can look the time in that watch. So by seeing this, Alice gets surprised. So she followed that rabbit. By curiosity, she followed that rabbit. When she is following that rabbit starts to running. So when rabbit running, then Alice also running. But suddenly a rabbit's hole is there and the rabbit is popped into that rabbit hole. So that Alice, who is following that rabbit, also that popped in that rabbit hole. So she is going downwards by a long distance. So she thinks that she is in the center of the earth. Like this, she is thinking. And then at last the end point came and she feels relaxed. And in that place there are some dried leaves are there. And she looks around to see someone is there or not, like that. But there is no one, but a little rabbit is appeared. So the white rabbit, which is passes by her under the tree, that rabbit only is now appeared to her eyes. But in a second, it will disappear by telling that it's getting too late, my ears and my what that is? That is whiskers. Yes, my ears and whiskers. Whiskers means it is a bristle which is arise from the face of the mammals, like cat and tiger. You can see some hair-like structures from the faces of the mammals. So those are called what? Whiskers. So rabbit also having that whiskers. So that rabbit is telling to his whiskers and his ears that it's getting too late, I have to go. Like this, that rabbit is hurry and go away. So it is disappeared. Disappeared means can't able to see. Okay, I will write here. Disappear means, in the last class I didn't give this word meaning, right? So write down here. Disappear means can't able to see. We can't able to see. By saying few words, it will disappear. So that Alice is again gets surprised. So next, see what will happen. Open page number 67. First I will read this. Okay. Alice stood up and saw a small door about 15 inches high. It was too small for her to go through. She saw a glass table with a golden key on it. She tried the little golden key in the lock and to her delight it fitted. Alice opened the door and looked into the loveliest garden she had ever seen. How she longed to be among those beds of bright flowers and those cool fountains, but she could not even get her head through the doorway. Oh, how I wish I could become smaller, she exclaimed loudly. Okay, what happened here? Alice came to the end point of that rabbit hole and she looks around. Then she saw a white rabbit and that rabbit is telling that I am getting late, I have to go like this. It will say and it will disappear. By hearing this, Alice also wants to go behind that rabbit. So what will happen? Let's see. Alice stood up and saw a small door about 15 inches high. It was too small for her to go through. So now the Alice fell down on the earth because she is coming from the long distance from the earth's surface. So she fell down on the floor, right? So she now what she will do? She stood up. Stood is the past tense of the stand. Stood is the past tense of the stand. She stood up and saw a small door about 15 inches high. So when she stood up, she saw a small hole, small door that is a 15 inches high. 15 inches means, children, your scale is what, 20 inches high, right? That 15 inches is not a scale also, it is very small. We can't able to see also, we can't able to put our head also in this small door. So, like this, she saw a small door in that place and that is about 15 inches. Okay. Next, what happened? It was too small for her to go through. Yes, it is very too small, right? We can't able to put our head also in that door. So, she can't go in the outside of the door. She saw a glass table with a golden key on it. So, beside the door, there is a glass table is there. So, in that glass table, there is a key on it. So, this is a door. Let's imagine. Okay, in the beside of this door, there is a glass table. Okay, there is a glass table. And that glass table having a key. Okay, that glass table having a key that is made up of gold. Okay, so there is a golden key on the glass table. So she tried the little golden key in the lock and to her delight it fitted. So she put this key and she tried to open this door by putting a key into the lock. Her delight is fitted. Delight means what? Delight means it's a happiness. Here, delight is fitted means her happiness is increased. So the meaning here is the delight is fitted means happiness is increased. The lock is opened by that golden key, which is very small. And Alice opened the door and looked into the loveliest garden she had ever seen. So, when the door is opened by the key, she opened the door and she see in that door. So, that door is very small, right? So, she is what? Just peeping like this. Peeping means like, either. Okay? ಇನ್ನಕ್ಕೆ ನೋಡೋದು ಅಂತ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ ಆ ಥರ ಅವಳು ನೋಡ್ತಾಳೆ. ಅವಾಗ ಏನು ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ನೋಡೋಣ. She opened the door and looked into the loveliest garden she had ever seen. So, outside the door, there is a loveliest garden she didn't see in her lifetime. She ever didn't see that garden like that garden in her lifetime. Understood this? When she opened that small door by a golden key, she will able to see a garden which is very loveliest. It is full of greenery, it having a lot of flowers. But the tragedy comes here. How she longed to be among those beds of bright flowers and those cool fountains. So, in that garden, there are bed of flowers. So there are so many flowers are there because it's a very lovely garden. It having a bed of flowers and cool fountains. You know, fountains in the water. You know, that water is also there, and a cold breeze is there. Like this, it is a very cold environment. It is a loveliest environment in outside of the door. So she can able to see that by this small door. Next, but she could not even get her head through the doorway. But what happened? That is very tragedy, because she didn't have to go there, because she can't go through that small window. She can't able to put her head also in that small door. So she feel very depressed, because it's a very loveliest garden. Everyone wants to go there, but the door is very small and there is not another door for to go there. So she feel depressed. I have to go there because there are so many cold fountains are there. There are flower bed is there, so greenery nature is there. It's a very loveliest garden, but I can't go through this little door. Oh, how I wish I could become a smaller, she exclaimed loudly. Exclaimed means crying loudly. Exclaimed means crying loudly. So she is very in pain because she can't able to look that garden. So she is very depressed. So she tells that, oh, how I wish I could become smaller like a rabbit, so that I will go to that garden and enjoy the environment there. So like this, the Alice is wishing. What wish is? That is, she was to become very small like a rabbit, so that she can go through this small door. She exclaimed loudly. So she cried loudly. She shouted in a crying manner. Understood this? Okay, ನಾನು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ನಾವು ಹಿಂದಿನ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ ಏನಂತ, ಆಲಿಸ್ ಅದ್ರ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಆ ಒಂದು ರ್ಯಾಬಿಟ್ ಹೋಲ್ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ತುಂಬ ದೂರ ಹೋದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅವಳಿಗೊಂದು ಎಂಡ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, ಒಂದು ನೆಲ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಅವಳು ದಪ್ಪನಂಗೆ ಬೀಳ್ತಾಳೆ. ಅದು ಥಂಪ್ ಅನ್ನೋಂಗೆ ಅವಳು ಬೀಳ್ತಾಳೆ. ಆಗ ಬಿದ್ದಾಗ ಅವಳ ಸುತ್ತ ಏನು ಒಣಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಎಲೆಗಳು ಇರ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತವೆ. ಆಗ ಅವಳು ಸುತ್ತಲೂ ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಇದ್ದಾರೋ ಅಂತ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಒಂದು ಮೊಲ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಮೊಲ ಅದು ಯಾವುದು ಅಂದರೆ ಮುಂಚೆ ಏನು ಕಂಡಿತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅದೇ ಒಂದು ಮೊಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣುತ್ತೆ. ಆದರೆ ಆ ಮೊಲ ಏನು ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ, ಅಯ್ಯೋ ನಂಗೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಲೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ, ನಾನು ಬೇಗ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು, ನನ್ನ ಕಿವಿಗಳೇ ನನ್ನ ಕೂದಲುಗಳೇ, ವಿಸ್ಕರ್ಸ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಈ ಕ್ಯಾಟಲ್ಲಿ ಮೊಲದಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಮುಂದೆ ಈ ಥರ ಕೂದಲೆಲ್ಲ ಬ್ರಿಸ್ಟಲ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಕೂದಲೆಲ್ಲ ಬಂದಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ವಿಸ್ಕರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ನನ್ನ ಕಿವಿಗಳೇ ನನ್ನ ಕೂದಲುಗಳೇ ನಾನೀಗ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು, ನನಗಾಗಲೇ ತುಂಬ ಲೇಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಅದು ಮತ್ತೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಫಾಸ್ಟಾಗಿ ಓಡೋಗಿ ಡಿಸಪಿಯರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಡಿಸಪಿಯರ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಮಾಯ ಆಗೋದು. ಆ ಥರದೇನು ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಜೋರಾಗಿ ಮಾಯ ಆಗಿಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಪಾಪ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅವಳು ಆಲಿಸ್ ಒಬ್ಬಳೇ ಇರ್ತಾಳೆ. ಅವಳು ಈಗ ಬಿದ್ದಿರ್ತಾಳಲ್ಲ, ಮೇಲಿಂದ ಫೋರ್ಸಾಗಿ ಬಿದ್ದಿರ್ತಾಳೆ, ಸೊ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಬಿದ್ದಿರ್ತಾಳೆ. ಅವಳು ಮೇಲೆದ್ದು ನೋಡ್ತಾಗ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಒಂದು 15 ಇಂಚು ಅಂದರೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ಸಣ್ಣದಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಬಾಗಿಲು ಕಾಣುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಅವಳು ಎದ್ದು ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಅವಳಿಗೆ 15 ಇಂಚಿನಷ್ಟು ಉದ್ದವಾದ ಒಂದು ಸಣ್ಣ ಬಾಗಿಲು ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಅವಳಲ್ಲೇ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಒಂದು ಗ್ಲಾಸ್ ಟೇಬಲ್, ಒಂದು ಗಾಜಿನ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ಬಂಗಾರದ ಕೀ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಬಂಗಾರದ ಕೀನ ತಗೊಂಡು ಅವಳು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾಳೆ, ಒಂದು ಸಣ್ಣ ಡೋರ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಲಾಕ್ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಆ ಲಾಕ್ನ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಳೆ. ಅವಳ ಲಕ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ, ಅವಳ ಲಕ್ ಇದೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆ ಒಂದು ಕೀ ಓಪನ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಒಂದು ಲಾಕು ಓಪನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಲಾಕ್ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅವಳು ಡೋರನ್ನ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಳೆ. ಆ ಡೋರನ್ನು ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಅವಳಿಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಖುಷಿಯಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಔಟ್ಸೈಡ್ ದಟ್ಟು ಆ ಡೋರ್ನ ಹಿಂದೆ ಒಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಸುಂದರವಾದಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಉದ್ಯಾನವನ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಗಾರ್ಡನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಪಾರ್ಕ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಒಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಉದ್ಯಾನವನ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅವಳಿಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಅದು ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಒಂದು ಉದ್ಯಾನವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಫೌಂಟೇನ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಮತ್ತು ಫ್ಲವರ್ ಬೆಡ್, ಹೂವಿಂದನೇ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಫ್ಲವರ್ ಬೆಡ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದಾದಮೇಲೆ ಗ್ರೀನರಿ ನೇಚರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಕೋಲ್ಡ್ ಫೌಂಟೇನ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿ ಅವಳಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ತುಂಬ ಆಸೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆದರೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡೋದು, ಆ ಒಂದು ಸಣ್ಣ ಬಾಗಿಲಲ್ಲಿ ಅವಳ ತಲೆನೂ ಕೂಡ ಹೋಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅಂಥದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಅವಳ ಇಡೀ ದೇಹ ಹೇಗೆ ಹೋಗೋಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ? ಇದನ್ನು ನೋಡಿ ಅವಳಿಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಬೇಜಾರಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ನಾನು ಕೂಡ ಒಂದು ಮೊಲದ ಥರ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಆ್ಯನಿಮಲ್ ಆಗಿರೋ, ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಪ್ರಾಣಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದರೆ ನಾನು ಕೂಡ ಈ ಬಾಗಿಲು ಮೂಲಕ ಹೋಗಿ ಆ ಗಾರ್ಡನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ಬೋದಾಗಿತ್ತು. ನಾನೆಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಆ ಎನ್ವಿರಾನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ನ ನಾನು ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಆದರೆ ನನಗೆ ದೊಡ್ಡೋಳಾಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ನನ್ನ ತಲೆನೂ ಕೂಡ ಈ ಬಾಗಿಲಿಂದ ಹೊರಗೆ ಇಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಇದು ತುಂಬ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಬಾಗಿಲು ಇದೆ, ಮತ್ತು ಬೇರೆ ಬಾಗಿಲು ಕೂಡ ಇಲ್ಲ ಈ ಗಾರ್ಡನ್ಗೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಅವಳು ಡಿಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾಳೆ. ಅದಾದಮೇಲೆ ಅವಳು ಹೇಳ್ತಾಳೆ, ನಾನು ಕೂಡ ತುಂಬ ಚಿಕ್ಕವಳಾಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಅವಳು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಕ್ಲೇಮ್ಡ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಅಳೋ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅವಳು ಜೋರಾಗಿ ಕೂಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾಳೆ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಓಕೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ ಆರ್ ಲೆಸನ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲಿಸ್ ಇನ್ ವಂಡರ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್. ಅಂದರೆ ಆ ಒಂದು ಇದು ಒಂಥರ ಮ್ಯಾಜಿಕಲ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಆ ಒಂದು ಆ ರ್ಯಾಬಿಟ್ ಮಾತಾಡೋದಂತೆ, ಆ ರ್ಯಾಬಿಟ್ ಕೋಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ವಿಯರ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು, ವಾಚ್ ವಿಯರ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಮ್ಯಾಜಿಕ್ ಥರ ಕಾಣುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ ನಮಗೆ? ಅದೇ ಥರ ಇದೊಂದು ವಂಡರ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಡಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇನು ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ಆ ನಾವೆಲಲ್ಲಿ ಪೋಯೆಟ್ ತುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇದೊಂದು ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ಆ ಒಂದು ನಾವೆಲಿಂದ ಇದೊಂದು ಪಾರ್ಟ್. ಅಂದರೆ ಆಲಿಸ್ ಆ ಒಂದು ವಂಡರ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಡಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇನೆಲ್ಲ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾಳೆ ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದೊಂದು ಸಣ್ಣ ಉದಾಹರಣೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ? ಓಕೆ, ಹೋಪ್ ಯು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಲೆಸನ್. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಓಕೆ, ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಗಿವ್ ಯು ದ ನೋಟ್ಸ್, ದೆನ್ okay, read it twice in a day so that you can understand properly. Thank you.